My name is Richard Champion. I'm a father and a grandfather, and the Lord has called me to carry a cross and to take the love of Christ to people. It's very interesting as you walk along the street and you meet different people, their reactions, from just plain ignoring you. Some people come out with the odd joke that I've probably heard 1,000 times before about Jesus doesn't have a wheel on his cross. It's not about me, it's about Jesus, it's about the cross. And the lovely part about the ministry is I'm not going to be in your face. I knew that I had to do a tour of Scotland. So on the way up I stopped in Coventry, Manchester, when I got to Glasgow. I then carried on the following day up to a place called Scrabster, and on the way back I went to Inverness before carrying on back down to Dunblane. And I knew that I had to go to the school. So I approached the school, took the cross into the school, left the cross in the car park at the school and walked into the reception area just to ask permission to pray in the grounds. Had a conversation, whereupon during that conversation I was told that there was a Christian assembly. So I also asked if I could sit in on the assembly and maybe share with the children my mission. Didn't get permission for that, didn't get permission to pray, because I had also asked if somebody could take my photograph while I was there to put it in with the portfolio of the mission. And but I was told that there was a memorial at Dunblane Cathedral. So I was given directions how to get to the cathedral, went into the cathedral where I parked the cross up outside, saw the memorial to the children. And as I came out I noticed that the road was called The Cross. So I put my cross down there, and as I took a photograph of my cross below the sign saying The Cross, the police turned up and arrested me. They wanted me to leave the cross in the cathedral at Dunblane, but as I said to them, as far as I was concerned, I was going home that night. Can I take it back to my car? So there I was, under arrest, walking through the streets of Dunblane, accompanied by a police officer, telling people about Jesus. You couldn't make it up. What was imperative about the whole walk was my conduct, because when I was walking through the streets of Dunblane with a police officer, had I been threatening or abusive, I don't think that would have happened. The other thing that was important is that the whole walk was called the Grace Walk. My t-shirt on the back had the Grace Walk printed on it. So when you're doing a walk like that and you're representing Christ, your behaviour has got to be beyond reproach. I got to the custody centre in Falkirk and was held for 26 hours in custody, during which point they charged me, but at no time did they actually tell me what I was alleged to have done. But also whilst I was there in the cell, the police sergeant who charged me actually came in and had a conversation for about 10-15 minutes, apologising to me for doing his job. And then the man that had to take my fingerprints took me aside, and as he was doing that and we were talking, he said it's all a huge misunderstanding. And it was a friend of mine called Gary who suggested I contact Christian Concern. So I just sent off an email, and literally later on that day I had a phone call from a lady called Libby Powell saying yes, took it up. And it was just remarkable. I just sent them the information. I was told that you've got a solicitor up in Scotland who was brilliant. The solicitor in Scotland said, I've no idea why you've been charged. And so we left it at that. Monday afternoon, on the 5th of December, I had a phone call from Libby saying that all the charges had been dropped. So as you can imagine, it was enormous relief.